is a wee bit of Duck news today, where we got the Big Ten and their TV partners figured out the game times for the first 3 games of the season. So we now know, I think I counted 6 game times for the Ducks this year.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Because we already know several from national broadcast.
A couple from the national stuff.
But today they announced that the home opener against Idaho, which is August 31st.
Buckle up for that one.
Will kick off at 4:30. That will be on the Big Ten Network.
Let's play the fun game of how many empty seats are going to be at that one.
I was going to say, can you name an Idaho player or coach?
Dennis Erickson.
Currently.
I don't think that he is the coach.
No, first of all, how on earth would anybody be able to name an Idaho player? Are you saying any player ever?
Mark Schlereth.
Played at
He
Idaho?
played at Idaho? He was a Vandal.
Yeah, he was a Vandal.
Okay.
And then the little, Jason Eck, by the way, their head football coach. The little receiver he played for the Seahawks. Little white receiver whose name is on the tip of my tongue.
Steve Largent.
Could you mix in a black? God.
Yikes.
The
what? Well, you just figure if I told you that a slot receiver, a young, scrappy slot receiver, came out of Idaho, would anyone not immediately be like, yeah, he's a little white guy?
Well, sure. But who cares? I mean, who even cares? Who's their coach? Who cares about
Jason
that?
Eck.
Who cares?
I just told you that.
I wasn't listening.
Son of a bitch. Oh, the great Tom Cable, the offensive line coach that for the Raiders that was
he there?
Punching people. No, he played at Idaho.
All right.
Doug Nussmeier.
Oh, Nuss went there?
Nuss.
My guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
What?
That'll be.
You wanted
Oh,
Idaho
no, I
great
didn't.
players.
Dumbass over there did. That'll be on the Big Ten Network. The Ducks will be on the Big Ten Network against Idaho.
Don't even have a name anymore. Just dumbass over there.
I liked where we went with that. Oh, that jackwad over there. I don't know.
What else? Home game against Boise. That's the next week, September 7th. That will be on Peacock.
Oh.
And we'll kick off at 7 p.m.
So I'll be illegally streaming that.
The fans are not going to like that.
Well, there's a lot of late games. Like, just buckle up. A lot of these windows for the West Coast teams are going to be late because that's one of the reasons why the Big Ten wanted to expand out here is it gets them into all the time zones. So just accept the fact that you are even, good teams like Oregon. Now, when Oregon plays Michigan and play Ohio State, I don't think we're going to get 7 o'clock kicks. But when you play, no offense, but when you're playing these teams that are all kind of, especially 2 West Coast teams, anytime Oregon plays USC, UCLA, Boise State, anyone like that, that is going to be a nighttime game. It just is.
So then we have the Civil War game. That's the 3rd game for the Ducks, non-conference, and that's in Corvallis this year. And that's September 14th, and that will kick at 12:30. That will be on Fox. Yeah. And the same day and time over on Peacock will be Washington State.
That's a
in
little
the Apple Cup.
That's a little weird.
Isn't that weird?
Week
3.
I don't like that. One, I don't like that they're week 3. I understand what you have to do, but I hate that I'm gonna have to flip back and forth.
Week 3, Apple Cup, Civil War, on at the same time, and is Peacock. Okay, this is gonna be a dumb question.
Yeah.
Okay. Is Peacock only streaming?
Yes.
Okay, one of them streaming and the other one on Fox.
Yeah, Peacock is streaming. It's an app. So I will illegally stream that. I will head east to that stream. It's just the reality of it.
That's weird.
It is weird, but you're seeing
that's
more.
That's what you signed up for.
That's what you signed up for. So
then we also have Black Friday SEC doubleheader they announced today. Mm-hmm. So Ole Miss, Mississippi State, that's the Egg Bowl. They usually play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They've moved that to Black Friday, and that will be the first game, and then the second game will be Georgia Tech.
See, and those are kind of cool. Like, that's what I used to like about the Civil War and the Apple Cup is even if they weren't the biggest games, they got standalone times, and it was fun to be able to sit down and watch those. And now, it's just. I'm glad that they have them. They're going to be around for a couple of years, but they're not gonna mean the same. And honestly, we know that the gap between those programs is just going to be enormous. And it loses something.
And then we have the other big news today. I don't even know how big it is, but Texas, Oklahoma, which I think is the best game in college football.
Yeah.
Every year. It seems like every year it's 45-42 or 55-50.
It does
in double overtime.
It does feel, even when one school isn't good.
Yeah.
And right now, like Oklahoma last year wasn't supposed to be great, but that was a hell of a game, and Oklahoma got them. This year, I think the gap is supposed to be a little bit greater, but I'm with you. Even when one school is a bit down,
game.
That always seems to bring the heat, and they do it around the state fair and the Cotton Bowl. That's a great game.
There's something super cool about the setting for that, where half of the stadium is Texas.
Yep.
Literally half of the stadium is Texas,
Burn
and half of the
and-
stadium is Oklahoma,
Yeah.
and there's no in between.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like a Super Bowl where it's like corporate crap, or just people from the fair. No, it is that is I think that's the coolest game in all of college football. And so they've moved it.
Yeah.
They've moved it from 9 a.m. It's normally a 9 a.m. kick, which I also love, at least being out on the West Coast.
Yeah.
It is now going to be a 12:30 kick.
Okay.
So, I mean,
you still get midday again. You still get the standalone, and it's on the same. It's still around the fair, right? And and, all that. So I'm with you. Like, if you're saying best rivalry games, like, there's only a couple that I think you can, if you want to go Ohio State, Michigan, Iron Bowl. That one may be the most hated because it's in state. Like, there's one thing when you've got the border wars going on, but that's a little different when you're all fighting for the same thing in the same state. That adds a little extra chutzpah to it.
It does, but there's something about the Iron Bowl that when one or the other isn't good, and it's usually Auburn,
yes,
it doesn't matter to me.
No, Auburn feels
the
like
other two,
the little stepbrother, and the other two feel more.
Ohio State, Michigan, doesn't matter who's good, who isn't. That it's a great game, and then same with Texas, Oklahoma.
Yeah,
I don't get that feel from the Iron Bowl.
No. So I think those are probably the three, though. Like, if you're going, and then I'm an Army Navy guy, but I get it. That's for a different reason. But
10-7, baby.
The year we went, right up until the fourth quarter, Navy had not completed a pass, or I forget it was Navy or Army. One of them had completed a pass, and the entire crowd booed midway through the fourth quarter when a pass was completed because we were all on this journey together. We were like, oh my God, are we not going to get a completed pass? We were very excited.
They didn't like it.
They don't like it. Together, we all realized we're like, boo. That's the sort of wonderfulness that game brings. But yeah, the Red River, whatever the hell they call it, shootout rivalry.
What do they call that now?
It used to be the shootout, and then they couldn't do it because, I don't know, guns. And so they moved to, I think it's the Red River rivalry now.
Guns.
I don't know. It's
Red River rivalry.
Rivalry, which sounds weird. The rural juror. But I'm with you. I don't care about Texas. I don't care about Oklahoma. I watch that damn thing every year. It's fantastic.
So there's a little college football news that you can use.
Oh, and then by the other one, it basically came out officially today. NCAA, and they agreed to it with the lawsuits and all that. Unlimited transfers now. So you can, we knew it was coming, and already there kind of is unlimited transfers, but you can basically just go wherever you want, whenever you want, and there's no penalties. So
cool.
I know so many people are excited about that. But if you thought the transfer portal was annoying, it got worse today.
That they can't really, like, legally they have to allow.
Yeah, they have to allow it.
I mean, they can't.
No, and that's basically what the NCAA said is a whole statement where it kind of was, it was a lot of words to basically say.
The old word salad press release.
The old word salad press release.
Love those.
Yeah, it was proposed.
No one's ever fooled.
The headline was "Proposed Consent Decree Prohibits College and Universities from Infringing on College Athletes' Freedom to Transfer Schools," and it's like 4 paragraphs long. And then at the end of it, the reporter just had, in layman's terms, unlimited transfers without penalty. They're here. It is what it is. So
all right,
you can bitch all you want.
Let's go.
This is the new reality of college football. It's pay for play. There's a salary cap, and there's unlimited transfers, and I don't know, deal with it. Either move on or get left behind, because this is where it's going.